the American palate enjoys this type of food. I'm looking forward to Jason. Although you have to be careful with seafood at the fair because it won't last long on a hot day, it can make for a tasty fried dish.
Helps if I put that on the right side.
I fold it into a dumpling. I pierce it onto a stick, and I.
Hello, Crafty Kitty. I'm still getting set up. Okay, well, I thank you for coming over to my channel. Let's see if I can get this raised up a little bit. Sorry if I make anybody dizzy or anything. So how are you this evening? All right, so tonight we're going to do another craft junk journal with me type thing. I did it last week. It was really fun, so I thought we would try it again this week. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do, but this is my journal. Let's get to the page. I hope that is not too blurry. And it fits. So whoever's there, say hello. Ice cream. Yeah, it's a little cold here for ice cream. It's like maybe 10 degrees outside now. I'm not sure what the wind chill factor is, though. So anyway, we're going to get started. This is the page I did yesterday on my own. And so we're going to cover this lily. Probably going to do a 2-page spread just because I kind of like that the best. So I know we're going to start with this. Making a background. And I want more of a subtle color in the background. I need my Distress ink. And my blender, wherever it went to. Yeah, it's not 10 degrees in my house either, but it's just the thought of ice cream as cold as it is. And I love the cold, so, but 10 degrees, just a little too cold for ice cream for me. So I'm using this as part of a pattern paper for a old felt layout. And I'm just using, it feels kind of like the paper that newsprint is on. So I'm just going to use it to make a neutral background. And then I'll add my positive quote. And we'll go from there. So let's just tear some of this up and ink edges. 60. Yeah, it's supposed to be back up in the 50s, 60s this weekend here. But that will remain to be seen, I guess. But at least it's not as cold as it is in Chicago and Wisconsin and the Midwest here. So I'm thankful for that. Hi, Rhonda. How are you, buddy? I came home and we made some sloppy joes, and my ink pad is getting wet, dried out. I'm trying not to go too fast because my screen likes to. Hey, Deb, how are you? Pixelate if I move too fast. If I do, just yell at me. It's going to be on this in the 70s there, Rhonda. Yeah. It was quite cold here this morning. We had a negative, I think the car said -4 on its thermometer inside. So I wore layers to work. And my office doesn't have a door, so we made a makeshift door out of an old sign so I could at least block the wind when they open the back door. Yeah, but there's people got it far worse than me. I think about Dana and being up in the tip of Wisconsin there. People in Chicago. That's cold. You know, I have it lucky when it comes to that. Can you all see this all right, or is it too blurry? This paper's a little ink than what I thought it would be. Like I said, it feels like that craft paper. That's why you sang it. I don't think I have a song, thank goodness. Unless it's Trouble. Most of my friends would probably agree with you with that. I'm trouble. I know if my mom was here, she would. It's capital. Oh no, I could never be a snowbird. I love winter. For me, it's the time to rejuvenate. Me, sweetie. Well, if you ever get to heaven and you meet a woman named Mary, and she says she was my mom, she might tell you things too. This one came from Amazon. It had a little rubber tip on it, and I broke it. But then I got these from Doris from their toolbox collection. They're smaller. They only hold 0.7 ounces, and they have a pin on them. The tip is about the same, though. Yeah, Rhonda, my mom and I were best friends. At one point, we were worst enemies, best friends. She was my caretaker, and then I was her caretaker. And yeah, I miss her. We had a lot of growing pains, let me tell you, especially during my teenage years. Woo! The walls could talk in that house over there. Trying to go slow, girls, but it's hard to. Hi, Cheryl. It is hard to go slow when you're trying to ink. My mom was, she had to have the patience of a saint some days because she raised 7 children, 6 of hers and my niece, and then also buried her 7th biological child when she was 3 months old. So, yeah, she had it rough. But I was the youngest, and I was 9 years younger than my closest sibling. So I was the troublemaker. I was the spoiled one. And they'll tell you I'm spoiled, even though my mom and dad are both on. So like I said, I'm just making a background, and then I'm going to do my quote, but I didn't want to leave this black and white picture. On here, I wanted a neutral background. Did you look where they have the quilling supplies, Crafty Kitty? Just with my mom, really, I was a very back talking child. She would tell me not to do something, and I'd push my limits and try to do it anyway. So, but I mean, I wasn't out running the street or anything like that. I just didn't like being told what to do. I think it was rougher because two of my sisters got pregnant when they were teenagers. And my mom did not want that for me. She didn't want that for them, but things happen. And then when my daughter was born and she was stubborn, my mom goes, that's what happens. But she was like me. She was just, sorry, hit the button. She was stubborn, but not bad. She was just back talky. Yeah, paybacks. That's what mom said. I blame it on my husband. Uh-oh, I'm buffering here, so if I lose you all, I'll be back. It's just this dad burn internet. So somebody give me a color to add into my picture, into my spread tonight. Because I notice in my book, I'm kind of drawn to pinks and browns. And I did this tonight, right before I came live. Just a little pocket. I thought about maybe putting it on there, but I'm not too sure. Because again, it's the pastel thing. I'm kind of stuck in it. Dogs with wet hair. Green. Okay, I do have some green. I think we all have colors that we tend to be drawn to. And mine are like the Victorian and the antique colors. Vintage. That's the word I'm looking for. Vintage. I love vintage stuff. So, okay, let's see what green we have. Because I'm using scraps. And I'm not drawn toward bright colors at all. Like fluorescence or anything like that. I just can't get into those. How about some cactuses? I've got some cactus. There's some green in there. I've got that. This is all right beside me, so if I'm not answering you, it's because I'm digging through my scrap bin. That might be pretty. And on the side of my desk is a nightmare. Literally. I made a junk journal. Let me flip it over here since you've never seen it. It is a what is the word I'm looking for, girls? Chipboard, that's the word. Chipboard cover, and I covered it with fabric on the inside and the out. And then I'm filling it with spreads that have positive or uplifting quotes. This is probably my favorite page in the whole book. I love this butterfly and this rose. So this is my color palette right here. Yes, it is fabric. I got this fabric at... Actually, my husband found it. It is from Hobby Lobby, I believe. They had it on clearance for like, I want to say $1.50 a yard. Thank you. And then I'm just, like I said, I'm filling it with different quotes. Trying to erase some of the negativity of the world away from my life. And this is probably my second favorite page. This was actually a painting a picture of a painting that my daughter's art class, they had to pick through stuff to duplicate, and she gave me this, so I photocopied it again and put it in my book. I just tore it so it's not in the exact same way. I'm sorry, somebody's texting me, but I can't stop right now because I'm recording on my phone. And so, and then this one was yesterday, and this one is don't let your failures are a part of life. If you don't fail, you don't learn. If you don't learn, you never change. So you said no on the mint green? No mint green. Let's see. What else do I got? See what I mean when I say it's out of my wheelhouse? Oh, I got some words we can put on there. I got... Yeah, that's pretty green. That and that would be pretty in my opinion. With a little bit of turn in, but there we go. Back to my wheelhouse, right? Let's see. Got a little bit of yellow. Oh, okay. Will you text her and tell her I'm live, Rhonda? I think I forgot to do that. Okay, so I'm thinking these papers. I don't really like the cactus. This one, turn in. Autocorrect changed it to mine. Okay, so I'm going to cover this whole side with this yellow. Maybe I can get it to cooperate. A mark here to cut it down. Thank you, Rhonda. I appreciate it. My paper cutter out here. And we'll trim this down. A little bit shy of where I marked. Oh, okay. That's cool. Hi, lurkers. Okay. Sorry, Jamie. With my phone, I can't answer any text or anything because that's what I record with. I know it's early for you all, but if I go any later than this, I won't want to get up in the morning because it's already 10:09 here, and I work on Fridays. We're supposed to have snow tonight, like another 2 to 4 inches. Kind of hope they're wrong. It's all good, Jamie. It's all good. So yeah, this is one of my favorite colors too. So if we put What do you think? Oh, yeah. Hi, Pam. I am in West Virginia, right along the Ohio River, in a little town called well, it's not little. It's like the third biggest town in West Virginia, I believe. Not that that's saying much because West Virginia is not huge, but so kind of like that. And then I could put my journaling down into that pocket. What do you think? It is now. It's supposed to get back down into the low teens or single digits. Okay, that's better. I'm not buffering now on my end. Yeah, it gets cold in the mountain state. I guess it's 14 with feels like a negative 12. Is that what that says? Oh, my husband's showing me.
No, it feels like 14 right now.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Supposed to be a low of 12 tonight.
A low of 12 tonight. Sorry. I'm just all confused because I'm trying to read.
But it'll be a little colder here.
Yeah, in the mountain stuff, it's supposed to get like up to 6 inches of snow tonight. But again, it could be worse. We could be like getting the 40, 50, 60 below. This thing. If I lose you all, I am so sorry. My internet is being a butt. Hi, Gloria. And it may just be my computer buffering, so.
Probably the operator here.
It'll buffer sometimes when my phone doesn't. So I'm trying also to use up supplies that I have instead of buying new supplies. Yeah, I saw where in Florida last night that it was in the 50s. Donna is in Disney and she was doing a live there. She was running around in coats and talking about her nose being cold. And I was like, it's negative here. Yeah, it's killing me because we found out that they're closing our local craft store here. Well, the whole chain of them, but they're just located in the north. They're closing the whole chain. They were bought out like 3 years ago by Michael's, and now they're closing them all. And I'm thinking, oh man, now they're going to clearance sales. And I said I wasn't spending any money this year. So I might have to break that promise to myself. Yeah, it definitely feels like winter, Gloria. My office stayed at about 58 today in the back room, and that was because we put a sign up to the door just to keep the wind coming in, because I don't have an actual door. I don't know what that says. This is all the washi I have. There's that one and that one. So when I see all these washi collections, I'm like, holy moly. Because I don't know. I just don't buy washi a lot. So I'm trying to find a piece of washi. Never thought you'd have to use the heat here, yeah. You have a daughter in New York, right? I bet it's cold where she's at. Or am I wrong? Is it someplace else? I watch so many people and listen to so many things that I lose my memory. Yeah. We have our wood stove going pretty strongly. I'm staying out of the picture right now because I keep having to get this water or this washi. You have to glue it a little bit to get it to come stay down. Minus 12, yeah. That it was minus 4 here this morning, and that wasn't even including the wind chill factor. So a friend of mine works at one of the ski resorts in the mountains, and he was showing pictures there, and I'm like, I don't even think I could be out there on skis as cold as it is. Not for fun, maybe if it was something I had to do to survive, but okay, so I'm gonna put journaling in this one, and I'll probably put January 31st. Wow, really? January 31st. Down here in this spot. And so I need to do the quote. I'm not sure what I want to put yet. I have so many quotes in my head. Let's bring some color into that one. Crazy weather. Yeah, it's been kind of crazy weather. A few years ago, we had some really cold weather, and it lasted the whole month in West Virginia. It's like the schools were out for almost a month. I literally think they went 3 days in the whole month of January. We had weeks of below zero temperatures. Our water froze and busted underneath our washer. And so I hope it just doesn't get that bad again here, because that was miserable. We had blankets over windows trying to keep cold out. It was crazy. But we didn't get a lot of snow that year. All right. Trying to stay away from the pink. Do you know how that is? But I like layers of paper. You have a cup of coffee? Oh. I smelled coffee and I was like,
No, I emptied your coffee into your thing.
Okay. Had my hopes up that it was coffee, girls. All right, so I think I'm going to layer this like that. Let's put some ink on it. Is anybody else working on anything? Deb, are you here? Are you still working on cards or? Yeah, it'd keep me up all night though. That wouldn't be good. I love coffee. It's But he's nice. He makes me a big old cup of coffee every day when I go to work. So feels it. I mean, I got a good one. Crazy, but good.
That's all I'm saying. They really could open up a lot of doors at the state fair. I'm excited. I just don't want to joke too much because I'll probably jump up and down.
Working on the same baby card last night, but gave up. I have been working on a baby book, and I've got just a little bit more to do on that. And she is dilated to 2 now, so I don't think it'll be much longer before little Ren comes into the world. And yes, that's the baby's name. It's Ren. And this little girl, I worked with her grandmother for 10 years. So, I thought it was pretty cool. Yeah, it's Ren Elizabeth. I thought it was a beautiful name. Let's see. Do you like the green dots, or should I go with something else? Let's see. Oh, I know. I get to see how my mind works. Okay, I take that back. My husband is not a keeper anymore. He's over here laughing at me. Okay, I'm going to layer this. I'm sitting here talking about how cold it is outside and thinking, oh, I'm burning up. The joys of hot flashes. They're not any fun. So I'm going to ink this up, and then I'm going to tear this and put it on there. Too big still. Pam, are you still here? When you were showing your golden book today on your video, you could take a piece of vellum and cover that whole entire page, like glue it to it, and it would give it the strength that it needs to fix where they cut that book, if you're here and you got that message. So, or a piece of tracing paper, and it would still let you see the page beneath it. You could use double-sided tape if you use vellum, because that would probably be better, but I'm gonna have to get another bottle of glue out, ladies. This one's getting empty. It's the worst part about these bottles is filling them. I can do it, but I'm definitely not doing it on camera. Okay. Excuse me. Hold on, I'll be right back. I had to take my microphone off, or I would have pulled the whole camera down to get out my little box of goodies. I should have some stickers in here. Ephemera. Anybody else never have enough room on their desk? Like, I think I could have a 24-foot counter and still run out of room. Let's pull this up, see what we got. I bought these at, what's that store called? Tuesday Morning. Probably a year ago. I stuck them in this thing, never used them. I gotta have a little bit of flowers in here somewhere. Yeah, I'm always running out of room. I couldn't work on an ottoman because that would hurt my back, but I get kind of whiny when my back hurts. Just saying. And my daughter looks at this stuff when I'm doing these collage type things, and she just shrugs. And she's going to art school, and she don't like collages. So I don't like just gluing stuff down for no reason, but to make the greater picture and make it look pretty, yeah. Yeah, mine does too, most of the time. Well, I don't have a room. Mine's in my living room. I mean, if you hear the TV, it's because literally it's right on the other side of my computer. But I've got headphones that are supposed to block part of that out. So, let's see. I dream about a big craft room. I even have it all set up in my mind. It'll probably never come to fruition because of the sheer cost of it.
Oh, you up a 10 by 10 outside?
The peanut gallery is over here telling me you could throw me up a 10 by 10 shed outside, which would be awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, you said tent. Never mind. That would be cold. And it'd be mighty hot in the summertime. Men. Okay, so let's do our journal. Our journaling. It is going to say, I don't remember where I wrote it down at. Here they are. A shed too. A shed would be wonderful, but to have it heated on the page. Okay. Where's my pen? I see these she sheds and they look amazing, and I'm like, yeah, mine would look like a sly cone head. Okay, this one's going to say, oops, your mind is a powerful thing. When you feel it. And yeah, I do talk this slow when I'm trying to write something because I'll miswrite. Fill it with positive thoughts. your life will start to change. Hi, Therese. And it's so true. When you fill your mind with positive things, you see different things differently, and your life starts to change. So that is the journaling spot. And all right, I need a different bottle of glue. And then I can go back and write my personal journaling. We'll go, what did I do with that pen? To clean my nozzle out here. Let's see if that worked. So, Therese, are you working on anything? I watched your video the other day for the Memorex cards that you made. So pretty. I started to comment, and my phone rang, and I never made it back there. So I apologize for not commenting. It was very pretty. I try to comment or like people's videos because I know it helps them, and I don't know, it makes you feel good when you know that somebody likes something that you've done. Try not to be a negative on anything that anybody's done. I don't want that on there. Let's see. I'm trying to stay away from all the florals. It's the only floral on this page so far. Thank you. I always worry that I'm getting them too busy. And then I'm like, no, it needs more. Let's throw some gold in here. When I did my December daily, I enjoyed it so much that I thought, I just got to keep going. And then I thought, I need to do positive stuff because there is so much negativity in the world. That's why my one page said, it's okay to remove the negative, toxic things and people from your life. Because why surround yourself with somebody that is negative or things that make you feel negative all the time? It's not any fun. Yeah, I want to try to do Thursday night lives. I don't know if I'll get every Thursday night in, but I enjoy talking to everybody. So if I can get in here and interact with people who enjoy crafting, then I feel good. I am gluing. I'm sorry. I keep getting off camera. But if you could see my setup of my desk, you'd understand why. Whoops. Didn't mean to shake the camera. That took me a while to say, didn't it? Okay, so that's enough gold. Need something here. I have 2. Oh, that's right. You start back to work. Yeah. I work the next 2 days. Tomorrow is my shorter of the 2. Saturdays are my long, long days. Yeah, I'm into the layers too. I just read your comment there. I love layers. It just, I don't know, gives your eye so much to look at. And I gotta do it. I gotta put 1 flower on here, girls. So is tomorrow your first day at your new job, Therese? And if you've told me that, I'm sorry. 9 a.m. You'll do great. It'll be good. I've been at mine for so long that some days I just want to walk away. Oh, I like that. I had good intentions to staying away from my collar scheme, but here I am again, putting my flowers on. Thank you, Therese. I was watching Tsunami Rose do some tag layering today on guest checks. And I went to her website and I'm like, it wouldn't take me much to fill my cart with $100 worth of stuff, which is not bad right now because she's got a sale going on. So. Oh, yeah. No, I don't think you scared anyone away. Is that too much? Oh, I like that one. Yeah, those guest checks she did was amazing. I did this one. Have you ever watched Wendy's Journals? She did this yesterday, and so this is my version of hers, the little pocket there. I got to get some more Tsunami. It's TSA. Oh, I'll have to link her in the channel after the live goes up. She does some really pretty things. Yes, Tsunami Rose. She does her roses. Oh my goodness. I'm in love with them. I don't want blue. There's no blue in here. Yes, her digis are so cute. Oh, that'd be cute right there. No. I talk to myself a lot. You're fine, Rhonda. You're fine. We all have moments. I have more than my share usually. I'm trying to find another piece of brown. That's kind of cute. At work today, I was checking for the grocery ad. You have to look at it and make sure that the prices that match what it's going to be actually physically in the ad. And they had this thing on there. It was called milk snacks, milk snacks. And I'm like, what in the world is a milk snack, snack? I had to go online to find it out. And I was saying it wrong. I kept saying milk snack. So everybody was laughing at me. That's just how bad my spelling and my brain work together. Yeah, a tongue twister, exactly. My coworker looked at me. She said, let me see it because I don't know what you're talking about. Throw in autocorrect. Thank you, Anna. Welcome to my channel. Around to bring that in. What do I want to use? I forgot I had this little ephemera pack. I know they're tabs, but I kind of like them that way. Have you seen, speaking of telling Siri things, have you seen the video for the Alexa for seniors? I watched the video last night. It was hilarious. If you haven't seen it, look it up. It was, little lady was telling them Alexa to turn up the heat, and she's like, "It's 100 degrees in here," and the lady goes, "Where?" It was so cute. Okay, so now I need to put January 31st. Yeah, it is hilarious, isn't it, Rhonda? The problem with putting this as a pocket is when I put something, that's too big. When I put something in the pocket, I feel like I'm covering up all my work. Okay. So that is my spread, and I will go back and put more my journaling onto a journaling card and put it in this pocket. But I think I still need something there. Hold on. You ever feel like you're never fully done either? Like, oh, it needs one more thing. It just how my brain works, I guess. I can't get this backing off this washi tape. I saw this lady using some washi tape, and I couldn't tell you who she is now because I don't remember. But it looked like craft paper with little grid lines on it, and it was wide, so it was probably like that wide. Hi, Crafty Grammy. How are you, Mary Lou? Yeah, Deb, it's never fully finished, in my opinion. It's like I could go back tomorrow and say, oh, I need to add this or this. So what do you think? I think it turned out pretty darn good. Thank you, Therese. It might be one of my favorites. And I think when I get done here. Oh, Mary Lou, I'm sorry. That's awful. I've seen on your Facebook where you had been having some issues. Thank you. I keep you in my prayers. So, I don't even know how long I've been here. But I think from where I started to where I am now in this book, it's this thick. The pocket is made out of book page. I can show you how to do it real quick. I just won't sew on it. Just let me clear some clutter here. You just take 2 pieces of book page and you cut them to size. So you cut the edges so that they're even. And trim that. And then glue the edges so that you can sew it together. And I'm just going to use glue stick because I'm going to sew it after I fold it. And these are pages from Reader's Digest. Get the lid off of the glue. And you can do the whole middle. I'm not, because I like that feel that it's not completely. Yeah, it's quite warm in my house right at the moment, and 14 degrees outside. So you put the pages together like that. You glue them together, and then you fold it to wherever you want the size of your pocket. Oh, I forgot you are in Virginia. Yeah. Are you in the mountains part of Virginia, or near Richmond, or near the sea? Then take bits of paper. I'll do this one. That's Christmas. I'll do this one with this blue. Yeah, it is good weather for crafting. And then you just glue it. Near DC? Okay. I love the DC area, but I wouldn't want to live there. I was there for 10 days. That was enough for me. 7 or 10 days. I can't even remember which. So I'm going to put that like that and glue it down. We went there to Washington, D.C. For a Girl Scout 100th anniversary with my daughter when she was a scout. And it was quite the experience. My favorite part of it was going to the History Museum. But literally, we rented a house there. Her troop rented a house, and we were 3 blocks over to like one of the worst neighborhoods in DC, I guess. And the troop leader was like, "I am sorry." Been watching Netflix. I don't have Netflix. We have DirecTV, which drives me crazy most days because you have 100 channels of nothing. The World War II thing was awesome, and the Holocaust Museum. Every person should have to walk through that at least once in their life. Yeah, we we stayed at the house, and the troop leader and one of the other chaperones, there was 5 chaperones or 6 chaperones, and all the girls. And we stayed at the house, and she had to go get some medicine for one of the girls. Came down sick while we were there, and they turned on the wrong road, and this police officer was there, and he stopped them and asked them where they were going before they turned down the street, because they were driving a nice van, and it had West Virginia license plate on it. And he was like, "You don't want to go down that street." And she goes, "But I've already started turning." He goes, "Lock your doors and don't stop for nothing. Don't even stop at the red light, because we don't even go in this neighborhood." I was like, "Oh my goodness." He goes, "Because we won't come help you." I'm like, "What?" I've never ever watched Downton Abbey. Keep hitting the thing. The Holocaust Museum, my daughter stood there. We got into that elevator, and she they closed the door, and it's supposed to be like a gas chamber was, and it freaked her out. Of course, she don't like elevators in the first place, so when they started talking, she was like, "This is crazy, Mom." But I did good at it until I saw the sheer amount of shoes. The sheer amount of shoes and the hair. And, oh, yeah. I got to stop or I'm going to make myself cry because it just. Oh, I did too. I cried like a baby. I will never fathom the monster that man was. I haven't heard from her. I just know he had a procedure today. So just keep him and her family in your prayers. Yeah, I don't want to call and bother her. I did text her to tell her I was here if she needed anything, but it's a lot, a lot. And I don't want to be a hindrance to somebody, because I know if I'm going through something and I need to be in my alone time, I will let you know. But okay, so anyway, I don't know if you saw what I was doing there or not, Trace. I just took different pieces of random papers to decorate it, and different washi tapes. And then what I will do is take it to my sewing machine and sew around it. I usually use a zigzag stitch, so it gives it some more dimension. You can use other little pieces of paper. I have some more here somewhere. Yes, they have been through so much, and I absolutely hate that Jan's family's having to go through this with Matthew, and I hate it for Matthew because he is so young to have to be sick. So they just need our prayers and our understanding that I have my sewing machine on a little what is that thing called? Like a tray table, like you would eat your TV dinner table. If you give me just a minute, I will sew this real quick. I'll try. I hope it won't be too loud. Get all the stuff out of my way. I swear, I think I could have a whole house. So I just got my sewing machine in December, so. I would mute it, but I don't know how you mute the live, so. Oops, go the right way, Kathy. I hope that's not too loud. I have to concentrate or I'll sew my finger. Okay, so that is what it looks like after I sewed it. Then I just got to take my scissors and trim the threads. I don't mind some threads hanging out. But again, this was from Wendy's journals that I watched her on a journal with me video that she had up. I did too at first, but I think it was the thread I was using. And I told Jan that one day, and she's like, you need different threads. So she told me what to get, and I went and got it, and I've not had a problem with it since. So, but isn't that pretty how it turned out? The sewing machine I have is a Project Runway CE 1100 PRW. It was sent to me at Christmas time, well, early December, so. Oh, the thread I got is this, it is called Sherlock, but it's the cone thread, and then I bought a little stand thing that goes behind my machine. Let me see if I can get it over here. And this thing sits behind my machine, and the thread hangs down over this, the cone slips down on it like that, and the thread goes up over this instead of onto the back of your machine. I'm trying to show you what you can't see my machine. So that it spins off of this instead of the spool holder on the back of your machine. Maybe you need to put the thread back through there, Dan. Hi, Donna. But you can get this at Walmart. The little thing that holds the thread came from Joann's, but you can get them on Amazon.
No, we got thread tape. Joanne.
I got some of my thread on sale at Joann's. This one came from Joann's, I believe. But they say 100% polyester on them. And then these ones came from Walmart. They're called Toady Lock. These ones my family got me for Christmas. Yeah, that thing that I have behind my machine is used for sergers, but it's so nice not to have to use that spool,
Gotta hit a cast iron basically. Huh?
the spool thing on there. My thread went flying off of there with the spool end on it one day. It's like, So, and it was nice to have Jan to talk to me because she has a sewing background, and so does Jamie. So they've helped me a lot with my sewing machine. Yeah, because the thread I had was cotton. It was this kind of thread, and it was breaking, and it would bind up into my bobbin and around my needle and all kinds of stuff. So switching the thread and buying that thing has helped me immensely. So maybe it was the luck of the draw, but I'm going to say it was that. Oh, and I forgot to ink that up. Yeah, I watched Wendy make these things the other day, and I was like, wow, these are cool. Because I have, I think we all do. Yeah, it sounds like you might have, is your tension too tight, maybe? What kind of machine do you have, Therese? Yeah, it might be that your tension is a little too tight. I'm not an expert or anything, but that would be my thought. But I knew my thread was an issue because it was breaking and winding up around the bobbin and ripping my paper. And so I pretty much use the straight stitch, the zigzag stitch, and I have one that does like a square end. And that baby book I'm making. I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not. That was zigzag. Yeah, tension was always my issue when I was doing sewing back in the day when I was in school. I thought I did some of that stitching in this book. I don't know what I did with it. There's another little tag I made. I'm just addicted to sewing. I don't know how you check the tension in the Kenmores. I don't know if I've ever used a Kenmore or not. I'm just thankful that the person who sent me this sewing machine sent it to me because I didn't have anything to sew with. I was going to go get my sister-in-law's, but then this one came in the mail, so. Oops, I need some glue. I love the different colors of washies. But the not staying down thing drives me nuts some days. So. All right, ladies. Well, I have been on here about an hour, a little over an hour, and I'm going to get off here and spend a little bit of time with my husband for time to go to bed. I appreciate everybody who came by and all your kind comments. It's a tiny screw on the side of this that holds the bobbin. Okay.
These fried delicacies reign supreme, and today's ruling king is a southern favorite. Fried pickles.
I can stay on a little longer, Teresa, if Anna is helping you find where you need to go to adjust your tension. Get my words to come out of my mouth. I don't want to. Oh, okay. Well, thank you again, ladies. Thanks for stopping in on my channel, and I will try to go live again next Thursday night at 8:30, and we'll do another page. So everybody have a good night and stay safe and warm. And I will see you all later. Bye.